Sunday morning, and we had a day of rain on Saturday. So, out and about early, well, actually quite late in fact. I'd hoped to go, you know, with ample time to enjoy the sunrise, but I've missed it. It's up, it's ready. There's no wind. There's a fresh sense of optimism, let's call it. Yeah, optimism, that's what I wanted to say. And with no traffic, I'll show you a little punchline for today's ride. You know what that's all about? I'm back on my bike. My Focus Izalco Max from 2019. And I'm pretty happy about it. But I'm also, you know, my mind's awash, as it often is when I'm on a bike ride, thinking about, hey, that's significantly different to the other bike they've just been riding, which is the new Focus Izalco Max. And I'm familiar with this one, but it's strangely different again. Should we have another look with this little building in the background? Zen Motorcycles and my bike. I can confidently say you've never seen this shop before because I've never stopped in the middle of the road before, but I got the opportunity today. And based on my observations of last year, this is sort of in my appraisal, theoretically at least, lyrebird season. So about this time last year I went down to Sublime Point and I heard one bird, one lyrebird, make the sounds of many. And by that I mean, there was one lyrebird making a kookaburra sound, a currawong sound, all sorts of different other sounds of other bird life. And I thought, I might go down, see if I can find that fella, and I'm going to just sit there saying, I am a lyrebird. I am a lyrebird, maybe in one particular accent, and see if I can get him to repeat it, because that'd just be funny, wouldn't it? So that's sort of the lose point. Sublime Point. Well, that's the lose plan. 2 Sublime Points, see what I can do? Maybe. But, I will add, it's a magical day, and I'm in the mood for a swim and a bushwalk, but the family's still snoozing, so I'll just wait and see if I hear from them, and then I might just retreat and go and do the other thing that I wanted to do on a Sunday. Let's see how we go. Did I mention? Yeah, I did. Bloody beautiful weather. And pretty sprightly mood, all things considered, because I had a pretty average week again, but these sorts of conditions can raise the spirits, can't they? Alright, what have I noticed about this bike? I'm back on a medium, which is a lot smaller. I'm back on a bigger bottom bracket drop, which is noticeable, and I feel a lot shorter, although I'm the same stretch down to the pedals. And I'm back on my coefficient handlebars, which I do love. I'll explain, okay? So, as often happens when I've had a review bike, I get back on my bike and think, uh-oh, I've got to adjust my position. The one that I've been riding for years doesn't match what I am now accustomed to. So, the saddle's coming up. I'd love a longer stem, but I don't have one in my back pocket. And so I'm going to just shift the saddle back on its rails a little bit. And that's about it. I can say, this is a way more manageable. It's not quite as twitchy to ride, and it's quite interesting because ordinarily when you do a review on a bike, it's while you're on that bike that you're noticing or that you're commenting on that bike. But now that I've switched back to my bike, I'm going to talk about the new bike and as well as my old bike. But so I'm in a quandary. I don't know if I should get a medium or a large next time. This is a medium, that was a large, the review bike, and both suit me, so it's a little bit of a trap. It took me about half an hour to get here, and I think that was probably 29 minutes too long in the old school position because I just felt compromised. So I'm higher and more stretched. You know, change is as good as a holiday, but it also is food for thought, isn't it? Did I squeeze in a few cliches in that one piece to camera? All right, magic day. Warming up bloody quickly. I better get moving because I'm going to be in need of a swim. Yeah, I could jump in now, but I think the fish are biting, so maybe another time. So even with just a tiny little idle through the car park underneath Tom Ugley's bridge, I think that I've improved my ride today with those minor adjustments. Also, another thing, I am back on old school SRAM. So first generation of the Force Axis, which back in the day was still called ETAP, but it's not any longer. And guess what? I've adjusted, but the levers are, they feel pretty bulky. They're not new or anything, but you know, the difference is pretty considerable. Anyway, that's quite a nice view, isn't it? So view from above the bridge, and here's another reason why I didn't really want to go swimming down there. I've lived just up the river from here, and I know that those jellyfish, well, they quite like this stretch of water. I feel quite silly now because for a while there, like 4 or 5 minutes ago, I was thinking, oh, I might dong this right on the head because I just don't feel at ease on the bike. And then I raised the saddle, like I'm talking 7 or 8 mil. That's like miles, you know, in minor bike adjustments. And I feel silly for having ridden like that. Maybe the post slipped. Maybe someone borrowed the bike, I can't remember, I don't know. But now I'm in a position that makes me feel like riding a lot longer than I was thinking about just about, 6 minutes ago now. It looks like I could be on the way to Sublime Point. And when I'm there, I might still fiddle with the bike a little bit, but I'm getting used to it again. I will say a couple of little things, or one little thing right now. I'm going to pull the levers in on this. You can do that with SRAM, but I just need to check if I need to bleed the brakes or anything. Anyway, that's about it. Here's some bike riders. Yo. So far, lyrebird count, 0, nothing. While in the carless bliss of the Pacific Highway, which is near the Pacific motorway, I will observe humidity, 100%. Well, it's not raining, but the rain has been falling and the heat is rising, and it's all combining to be sweat fest. So, Sublime Point, lyrebird watch, return to the city, swimmers on, into the drink. I've just got to determine which drink I'm jumping into. Can you smell that? It is so rich with bush honey. The scent here is like eating glucose, but without the benefit. It smells unreal. And currently, no wind. The scent of honey is so thick, you can almost see it. Yeah, it's a sensory overload, but I don't know if it comes through in the camera. I'm slowing and trying not to even pant. The reason is I want you to hear the bird song. That's not lyrebirds, but it's pretty. The last few weeks I haven't really gotten out of Sydney. I was meant to be down in Victoria this weekend. On Friday night I was going to go and see the middle kids and the Jezebels near Ballarat. I had my ticket and everything, and it all fell over. Sad story, huh? So we'll see when I can catch them again. I've seen the Jezebels, but I'm itching to see the middle kids. Favourite band at the moment. Anyway, the point of all of that is I haven't had the variety that I would have liked. That's different. There's a bit of variety. I wasn't expecting that. So I'm doing repetition, like I'm doing, you know, familiar scenes, but familiar scenes that I know are really good. So just slowing here. Shh, shut up, Freewheel. To see if I can hear a lyrebird. No, just a freewheel.
Mate, are you the dude that did the review of the
Yeah, as I was saying, I can't remember. So I was just over there one time with a lyrebird, and there's not as I've been talking up the bird song, nothing. And then the guy on the recumbent came back and asked me about pedals. Paul was his name, and really interesting guy. So anyway, I talked earlier about doing the old repetition. And if you've seen my videos, you've seen this shot before, because I've filmed it about 20 times and I've shared it a few times. So here we go, let's just do exactly the same thing again, just like I did last weekend. Got all of that? Okay, you ready for this? I think I might have picked the best day for this shot. Look at this. Toot, toot. Good morning, sunshine. You make me happy. Oh, isn't that incredible? Like, I have been talking up the weather a bit on the way down here, but I'm sort of surprised myself by turning up here because I knew it was a nice day, but this is crazy nice. Look at that. Can you see that ocean pool? Oh, that's welcoming. That's just going, Rob, come. That's where Remco and the boys stayed, Remco and Wout and all the Belgians. That's, I think that's Headland Hotel or something like that. And let me see, can I tell if it's a full tide from here? I think it might be closing in on a full tide. I can almost hear the whales, and they're not even there, they're way down south again, but huh. I don't know what to say other than it's just, isn't that wonderful? Bloody beautiful. All right. I think someone suggested I should do t-shirts saying bloody beautiful. I didn't really, until I got sent that message, I didn't really think that I said it terribly often, but now I realise I say bloody beautiful all the time, but it is, isn't it? That's my turnaround, and no lyrebirds, but I can say that there was a magpie just there that didn't get the memo that magpie swooping season is over, and I was just like, ooh, just drifting away. Oh, what a lovely view, that was lovely. Like that, in the back of the head, poof, scared the shit out of me. Anyway, yeah, turn around, go home. Swap my kit for swimmers and cool down. Boom. Ale, thanks for joining me. Story of my ride on, let me check, 26th of November 2023. All right, I'll probably say more, but sort of that's more or less it today. Pedal, enjoy the weather, enjoy the view, get used to my bike, and yeah, that's it. See ya. I admit, I've said thanks for joining me on my ride about 3 times, but just one added element. I did say it was a bit humid earlier, but it wasn't particularly scorchio. But right now, at the end of the ride, when I'm sort of closing in on 5 hours and 130 kilometres, it's showing 34 degrees. Okay, it's summer next week, but the end of spring in Sydney, 2023, pretty bloody warm. Oh, I'm feeling it now. Yeah, I've topped up my bid on about 500 times. No, maybe 4, maybe 5. Anyway, I'll say this because I just went through the Shire to get here, back here from the Royal National Park, and guess what? I've had a great ride. I had a few dickheads, but given the number of cars that went by me, those dickheads, like, fuck them, doesn't matter. I just ignored them. One thought it was hysterical to toot right next to me going 60k an hour while I was going 60k an hour and frightened the shit out of me, but I just went because you know they were like probably like that's to say slapping their thigh. That's not funny, but I was making out as though I was in on their shit joke, and that's about it really. Like hot, you know, rapid at times if I had to, but generally just yeah, a really nice ride. And I'll tell you one thing, like I know it's pretty good exercise, but I'll say what I've said a zillion times before, but I'm going to repeat it. It's commentet. Is that right? Commentet? For my head. Like the cycling that I do, yeah, it's good for my, and it's good for my soul, good for my heart, good for my soul, good for my head, good for my mind, good for my morale, good for my mood. So yeah, that's my conclusion today. Ride a bike, it'll make you happier. See ya.